Hello again, it's Jimmy here at O'Reilly's Mobile Mechanics, just looking here at a 2 litre or 2.2 Cdti Vauxhall Antara. So I'm just inside the car here. Start it up, show you what we're looking at. It's got, so the codes they recently just have been cleared, but yeah, we've got these lights back here, engine management, this one down here with the arrow pointing down. That one is just the bonnet open. 69,000 miles. Using the top-down diagnostics here, top-down Phoenix Plus. Read the fault codes. This is what we're looking at. P2463 particle filter soot accumulation. Cylinder 1 glow plug. Now this one right here is going to be what's caused it. Because if you haven't got a working glow plug, your car will shut down the automatic regeneration process. Restriction again in the DPF. Not regenerable. It's not regenerable because of the glow plug. So just over here, I've got the DPF pressure sensor. Now I've disconnected the pipe. Let me turn on the light. Disconnected the pipe here, just down here. Disconnected that. Now connected my manometer to this one. Just because you can't see where these two pipes are running to, so I don't know which one is front and rear, or which one is before the DPF and which one is after. So what I've done is connected up to that one. We'll start the engine and see what the pressure is reading on here. So there we've got about 18 millibars of pressure there. So we know that that's the one that goes before the DPF. Okay, so I'll now switch the engine off. Leave the ignition on for a minute, just so it doesn't disable the diagnostics. Alright, so I've disconnected my manometer there. That's if you're looking at one of them, that's an Autel digital manometer. Part number, is there a part number on the back there anyway? I don't know if that's a part number or not. But now we're going to connect to this hose or cleaner. But before we do that, I'm just over here and I'm disconnecting this glow plug. Now I'd normally say change all 4 glow plugs, but this customer it doesn't want to spend too much money, so just going with the one. So obviously if he wants to keep the cost down, I'm going to try and do that for him. Got that glow plug out there. That's what it looks like. Just a black soot. It doesn't actually look like it's dead, but yeah, anyway it is. Okay, we got the glow plug out, but it turns out that the glow plugs we've got in the van are completely different. So just rang back to suppliers. They can't get one in for a few days for some reason. So we're gonna have to put this back, and we'll just clean the DPF today, and the glow plug is gonna have to be done in a couple of days. As long as you don't drive it too far, it should be fine until then. So we're just gonna get this back in. So I've got the pipe there connected onto that, and it's running back to this kit, which I'm going to use today. It's the Launch UK DPF gun, and I'm using this fluid, Launch UK particle cleaning fluid there. So now to connect that kit up, I need to connect it onto my compressor here. I'm going to use this compressor, Milwaukee compressor. Just need to connect up a battery for us, and we'll get that hooked up there. And then I've got that connected onto a airline reel there that I've just got bolted onto the roof. So we're just going to pull that out to the vehicle and connect it up there to the gun. Now what we need to do is just get this fluid dispensed in just by squeezing the trigger. It'll just travel all the way down there into the DPF. Now, when I'm using this launch kit, you've probably seen before there, you do get a little bit of leakage come back through, but the cone on this one, it is damaged, so I think it's just because of that. So yeah, we're flowing in there. You can see it's jumping around. Just holding this nozzle here on this, and you know what? I've just noticed right now. I've used this gun a dozen times, and I've only just noticed that this was wound in. And what that does is it only allows you to pull half trigger. So when you wind this out, you can actually use full power on the gun. I've only just noticed that. It just goes to show you need to check over your tools and make sure you're using them properly. So we're almost done now. So if you look on this nozzle here, there you can see that plastic bit, that's just where it seals. But there's a crack on it. Crack there on the plastic, sorry, it's gone a bit blurry. Got a crack there on it, so yeah, I think that's why we get a little bit of fluid come back through it. It doesn't really seal properly. But yeah, that's that. So we're all about finished there on filling the fluid up, so we'll let that sit for 20 minutes. So now I'm going to go in on this here to the special functions, reset functions, DPF reset. Yep. So just had to turn the ignition off there now, we've got to wait for a few seconds. Now we're ready to turn the ignition back on. And that's it, that's successful. Now we're going to go into the data stream, read data stream. Exhaust after treatment, click that one. Data 1, I think it should be in data 1, if not we'll try data 2. So we need to find DPF differential pressure sensor, yep. See if there's anything else related to that. DPF differential pressure. That's about it, I think. So we'll press OK on those. And then, oh, this is in PSI, so it's going to be a slightly different format than we were looking at on the other tester I had outside there. So we'll start the engine up now. I got about 0.44 psi. We'll accelerate it up. 4.35 psi. So we'll see what that. We'll just hold the revs on and see what it comes down to. So it's been running for about 30 seconds or so. And we are down to there, 0.44. So it's basically almost nothing there on the pressure. So if we let go now, let that down to idle, we have 0 pressure. And we'll rev it back up again to about 3,000, 3,500, even between 3,500 to 4,000. And we have half a psi where we had 4.5 psi just a few seconds ago. So just give it a few more revs, make sure that it's all pushing out, and we got down to, yeah, so we're on 0 psi there. Now we just clear the fault codes there and go back now. So all of the warnings now have cleared. And you can see there we got no fault codes, but obviously that glow plug is going to need changing. So that's it. All done on this one. See you on the next video.